folks. So welcome to week 3. This week we're going to have some more fun. I'm going to introduce 2 new workouts, and we're going to start to separate our upper body and our lower body because we want to use these for different purposes. Typically when we're talking about improvements in whether it be body composition or the way a certain body part looks or that type of thing, we want to focus a little bit more in on that. When it comes to this type of a goal, the upper body is the thing that is going to be a little bit more on display when it comes to either performing on stage or getting married. And so we're going to use our lower body work as a metabolic day. So our Monday workout is going to be more intense. It's going to be more based upon our lower body. We're going to focus a little bit more on gluteal development of your butt, followed by a lower body sort of intense circuit. Okay, so that's going to give us sort of the metabolic improvements that we need to continue to drive fat loss. From an upper body perspective, the next day, our Tuesday workout, is going to be an upper body circuit day. Okay, that's going to be a little bit more focused on supersetting exercises like we did on our arm workout last week to help to really develop the muscles. An example of that, the shoulders are a big area of development that we want to see really, show off in a dress if you're wearing like sort of a strapless dress or something like that. So, supersetting something like an overhead press with a lateral raise is going to help to really fatigue the shoulders first, and the lateral raise is going to help to kind of burn everything out, develop those areas a little bit more. Okay, so that's really key. Our third day, which is going to be Wednesday, we're going to continue on with the workout that we did last week, our arm workout followed by cardio. So for this week, the structure is going to be, in summary, Monday is going to be our lower body day. Okay, so our lower body circuit day. The next example that I give will be that. Our Tuesday workout is going to be our upper body day, followed by cardio. So on that day, and I'll explain this in the example, you're going to get an upper body workout followed by maybe 20 to 30 minutes of just steady state cardio. Third day is going to continue to be our arm and our lower intensity cardio day. And then we just recycle that. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we have lower, upper arms, and then Sunday's a rest day, okay? And, if that's confusing, just do our first example on day 1, do our second example on day 2, and then just revert to some arm work on the third day, recycle that, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this week, and let us know if you have any questions. So for our lower body workout, we really want to use this workout to help to drive the cardiovascular, the metabolic changes that are going to help our body to burn body fat and kind of achieve those body composition standards that we want. In this workout, we're also going to really focus on our butt a little bit because that's going to help to fill out a dress. So the way the structure of this workout, we're going to do sort of like a butt circuit first, and then we're going to do a more metabolic workout that I'll explain. So for the butt part, and this is what we start with, we're going to need a dumbbell, okay, or a dumbbell or a kettlebell, just something, even a small weight is fine. But the way this is going to work is I'm going to do 12 split stance RDLs on each leg. So split stance RDL, I'm in this position. I'm going to stick my butt out, find a hamstring stretch, and then just stand back up like this, okay? So I'm coming down, and I'm coming up, okay? And I'm going to do 12 reps. So I'm going to get a good stretch, then push to the middle of my foot, come back up, okay? So we're going to do 12 on each side. Okay, and then we're going to immediately follow that up with 15 to 20 single leg hip thrusts on each side. So with single leg hip thrust, I'm going to take the weight, I'm going to put it on the side of the foot that's down, and I'm going to come up and down like this. Okay, and again, you can even kind of come up onto your toe as you lift up, and then load your heel as you come down. That'll really burn the butt, which is what we're looking for here. Okay, so we're going to do 15 to 20 on each leg. And then we're going to finish up with a double leg bridge where, again, coming up on my toes and just performing as many as I can until like the burn just really takes over. And, if you're looking for a number, that could be maybe 30 to 50. So we have the split stance RDL, okay, for 12, followed by the hip thrust on a single leg for 15 to 20, and then just burn it out with the double leg exercises. We're going to do 3 rounds of that in total, all right? Then from there, we're going to come into a circuit much like the one that we did last week. So I'm going to give you 4 exercises, perform for 20 reps each. We're going to try to get done with it as quickly as possible over 4 rounds this week. But I'm also going to throw in a little bit of a twist. We're going to do 20, 20, 20, 20, and then I'm going to have you go either run or bike. You could do like an airdyne or an elliptical or a treadmill, or you could, run outside a quarter of a mile. Okay, so we're gonna move through this as quickly as we can, and then we do our quarter mile run, quarter mile bike, quarter mile elliptical, whatever it may be. If you don't have access to any of those things, and you're not able to, run for whatever reason, I just want you to do 5 rounds of everything as quickly as you can, okay? So what we've got is a downward dog, okay? So downward dog can either be done with a push-up and doing that, or we could just do 20 downward dogs pretty quickly. We've got 20 frog hops, which looks like this, hands are forward. Just do 20 reps, and then 20 side plank pulses where I'm in a side plank position here. I'm just coming up and down. Okay, I do 20 on the left, or 20 on the right there, and then I just do 20 on the other side, okay? So after I do that, I'm gonna go run, I'm gonna go bike, I'm gonna do my cardio thing, and then start over. The goal is just to get done with that as quickly as possible, really push yourself, and that is your workout for our lower body. All right, so welcome to our upper body circuit day. For this workout, we're gonna need 2 dumbbells and a mini band. So a mini band is something that I can put around my wrist to do this movement. So we're gonna perform each exercise for 12 to 15 reps, or you can also perform the following exercises as a circuit back to back for 40 seconds of work followed by 20 seconds of reps in between. Okay, I recommend performing these exercises in a circuit fashion as I'm about to demonstrate. But you can also just do them one-to-one, perform one, rest for maybe 30 to 60 seconds, perform it again. That's perfectly fine as well. So I'm gonna start with the seated alternating dumbbell press. So with the seated alternating dumbbell press, we're gonna be holding the dumbbells. I'm gonna alternate and press above my head, okay? So we're gonna do 15 reps there on each side. And then from there, we're going to move immediately into a lateral raise, okay? So the thing with lateral raise is I want to eliminate momentum. I just want to lift to where I can feel it in my shoulders as opposed to my traps. If you're not feeling this in your neck at all, we're going to come up to the kind of maybe 2/3 of the way up, come down, rest for a moment to eliminate momentum. Repeat 15 times. Now, next exercise is we're going to work on our back. We're going to do a split stance 1-arm row. With a 1-arm row, I'm just going to pull it in my pocket and come back. All right, we're going to do 15 reps on each side. And we're going to follow that up immediately with an exercise called a bent over fly. Okay, so for the bent over fly, I'm coming to a split stance. I'm going to perform a reverse fly movement. Bent over reverse fly. I'm just coming up, I'm coming down, but again, the key thing here is don't shrug your shoulders as you come up. Think about maybe pulling down a little bit towards your waist. We're going to perform 15 reps. All right, from there, our last sort of superset here is going to be, we have our band around our wrist. Okay, we're gonna go in and out 15 times. It's gonna work the back of your shoulders. We're gonna follow that up with alternating upright rows. And again, this is another one where I wanna lift to the point where you can feel my shoulder as opposed to going too high up and shrugging my shoulders. So I want to feel my shoulder as opposed to my traps. So again, I'm going to perform 15 reps on each side. Make sure you use a pretty light weight for that one. Okay. Our last superset is going to be for abs. Okay. So for abs, we're going to do a stability ball straight leg sit up if you have one. If not, you can also hold on to a dumbbell. So for this one, I'm going to lie on my back, hold the ball, I'm going to just sit straight up. I'm going to come down. I can breathe in on the way up. I can exhale all the way down. I'm going to do that up to 15 times. I'm going to finish up. I take the ball, breathe in as I extend out, exhale as I come back together. I recommend following this workout with anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes of just steady state cardio on maybe a bike or an elliptical where your heart rate is at maybe a 6 out of 10 as far as difficulty goes, or between about 120 to 150 beats per minute. Give that a go, and on to our next video. So last week for nutrition, we talked about logging your calories and how that gives us a better idea of maybe good patterns that you're doing, not so good patterns that you're doing. We're not necessarily looking to, count calories or macros or anything at this stage. We're just looking at behavior, just seeing like what are the things that are holding you back, what are some good things that you're already doing. There are certain habits that when I'm working with a body composition client that I definitely want them to be adopting in order to be successful. And so for this week, the one that we want to talk about is getting protein with each major meal. Okay, and there's some controversy around, is protein good, is it not? For me, when just based upon what I've seen and as well based upon, and this protein can come in the form of vegetables, animal proteins, whatever fits your, diet and, what you're used to is perfectly fine. But typically what I'd like to see is about your body weight and the grams of protein that you're eating per day. So like for me, I'm about 175 pounds, which would mean that I would want to eat about 175 grams of protein per day. Okay. If you're not worried so much about counting, which, maybe not, if you're not a list maker like I am, what I'd recommend is just getting in a palm-sized serving of protein for women and 2 palm-sized serving of protein for men with each major meal. Okay, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, if that's how you do it, if you eat 2 main meals per day, do that. Maybe if you're doing things like intermittent fasting, maybe you're just getting your protein in another way. But by including that in each major meal and making that, serving kind of choice, you're going to kind of, you're going to give your body the nutrients that it needs to help subvert body fat and help to kind of continue to hold on to muscle. Okay, and that's a really, really big thing. So protein with each major meal this week. Try to shoot for your grams or your body weights in grams of protein. And I will see you next week. Let us know if you have any questions as always, and best of luck.